The deadly attack in New Orleans has produced a wave of frightening headlines, chilling stories, and nauseating pictures and videos. With traumatic events like these, one local therapist is encouraging those affected to seek out the help they need. Take a listen.
Never ever imagined that I would actually go through something like that.
Corian Evans, a local college student, was injured by the truck that plunged through the crowd on Bourbon Street January 1st. But Evans says her recovery isn't just physical.
Every time I try to fall asleep, I just have flashbacks of what I saw. It's like when I open my eyes, I just jump because I see nothing but all the bodies that I've seen everywhere.
That very sleeplessness, Christopher Fancher says, can be a sign of post-traumatic stress disorder if it's not dealt with.
If they're having those type of symptoms for a prolonged period of time, let's say 2 to 3 weeks after the initial contact, then it probably is time to kind of come and look at potential therapy or potential case management services for them.
Fancher is a clinical mental health therapist at Alta Point in Mobile. He says an onslaught of mental health issues often arise after traumatic events.
I think for a lot of people, this is going to be something that they're new to. A lot of people haven't experienced having a mental health doubt until right now.
Thus, he says there are several symptoms of PTSD to watch out for.
Restlessness, insomnia, lowered appetite. So just a plethora of different physical symptoms, headaches. Then again, some of these symptoms can intertwine with like depressive symptoms. So it's very important that if you feel like you're having some of these symptoms, either go ahead and come in, get assessed by a professional.
But Fancher says there are also practical steps you can take on your own if therapy isn't your first choice.
Journaling is good. Being able to connect with friends and family again, just things like that are simple that you can go to right away. Obviously, if somebody's having, very adverse effects to it, come see a professional. And if you're having any type of suicidal ideation or anything, call 911 right away.
Fancher says taking care of your mental health should be high on your priority list.
The main thing that we can preach about, going and seeing a therapist or going to see a professional is you don't want to feel like this for a prolonged period of time, right? You don't want to continue for years to feel like you're just stuck.
The stigma behind seeking mental help is something that often holds people back from pursuing it, Fancher says. He doesn't want that to be you.
It's easier to stay in that pain. It's easier to put up with that for years. But for me to actually work on that, that takes much more strength than me just being able to say, okay, I'll just put it behind me, right? Because eventually you put too much stuff in that backpack is going to overflow.
And you can call Alta Point Mobile at 251-450-2211. If you want to learn more about Alta Point, you can head on over to fox10tv.com. Of course, the National Suicide Hotline number is 988.